try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the Niners' 7-yard line.
Second and 6. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Falcons. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves them with a second and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Third down, Jackson forced out to his left. He can look. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and 10. It's Lindsey. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
4 down. Charlie.
2nd and 4. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Now the Niner offense is back on the field, and they're going to try for 2 here. After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Philip Lindsey, 71 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready. Number 53, Mike. Watch the slip. 53, Mike, 53. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
From the gun, Jackson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Watch out for Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd and 14. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Hill on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
At the 42-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Lindsey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return is Cohen. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And now it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
That's good. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go. 50, plant. I'm going to run you over. General. Fast. Watch out. Why? Move.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
First and 10, it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Jackson on third down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
A good pickup there at 22. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Not the best of plays here as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession.
Set. 10 Tucson. Yo, 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 yo. Alpha.
Second and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
High 7, let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Come off the ball, hard. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Throwing is Jackson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Here's Jackson to throw on third down. It's complete to Grant. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Here's Lindsey. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Watch that.
2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. So we got man. Slam. Kill.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jeffrey Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. All day. All day.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road